Hi, I'm Jane, and I am delighted and honoured to be here today, meeting you as one of the new teachers of the Academy of Crystal Awakening. First of all, I'd just like to say a huge thank you to everybody who's taken the time out of their busy Sunday to jump on and meet the teachers, the new teachers, and to learn a little bit about the magic of the Crystal Kingdom that we all love so much. A little bit about me. I am situated on the northern beaches of Sydney. I'm just about to sign a contract for a healing space in the Lotus Centre in Brookvale, and I'm really excited about that. It's a beautiful space, and I hope to be operational from that space from the 2nd of March, so that's really, really exciting. I've been working in the area of the healing arts for about 15 years. So initially for me, that was as a remedial massage therapist. So I qualified 15 years ago and started working immediately. Soon after qualifying, I was attuned to Reiki, so started channeling energy as well into my massages, and then I was lucky enough to be sent to a sacred stone healing course. And when I bought my first stone kit, it came with 2 really beautiful chunks of raw crystal, an amethyst and a rose quartz. And I didn't really know much about crystals, but I just saw the transformation of working with the stones and the crystals on people. And then I met the divine Rochelle Shaman, who very kindly invited me along to one of her weekend workshops in Crystal Awakening. I didn't know a lot about crystals. I had no idea what to expect from that workshop, but I went along, and I'm so grateful that I did. It was profound. It was a weekend of really deep healing things that I didn't know that I was still carrying, that I had no idea that were affecting me. A weekend of deep remembering wisdom that I didn't know that I had, and of course meeting amazing like-minded souls and meeting some of the beautiful members of the Crystal Kingdom. So it's safe to say that after that, then my passion for healing with earth medicine really kicked off, ramped up. I'm very passionate about healing. I'm very passionate about crystals, and I absolutely believe that we all have the ability to heal ourselves. So therefore my job as a healer is not to heal you, but to offer processes for you to go through and to hold the space for you whilst you go through those processes. And through that you will access your own ability to heal your body, and you will also be able to access and remember some really deep spiritual wisdom that you hold within that you may not be aware of. Or if you are aware of it, then you will be able to access those gifts more deeply when working with the beautiful crystals. I also believe it's a very exciting time to be alive, because the beautiful planet that we live on, Pachamama, and all of its inhabitants are going through a massive period of ascension and accelerated awakening. And it's really exciting and positive, but it doesn't always feel that it's exciting and positive, because when you are doing deep healing and releasing trauma and releasing thought patterns and conditioning and ideas and beliefs, that often when you examine them you find that they're not even yours, that you've just that's just been kind of conditioned into you because of your culture or your place in society, or the sex that you were born, or your particular family situation. We often carry things that aren't ours, and that's one of the exciting things about this time in history, is that we are actually being given the opportunity to release literally lifetimes, all of our lifetimes of trauma. We're also being invited to do some really deep ancestral healing down our bloodlines, because we can carry trauma in our DNA that's not ours, that comes from ancestors. So when you're doing the ancestral healing, it's really powerful for multiple generations, the ones that have come before you, your parents and your grandparents, and even more importantly, the ones that are to follow you, your children and your children's children, will not have the need to carry the trauma in their bodies or souls anymore if you're to do that work. It's really powerful. And that's just some of the things that we can assist you with, which is exciting. We're being incredibly supported at this time with all of this amazing change that's going on. We're being very supported by our beautiful divine planet, by ascended masters, by the angelic realm, by the crystal divas, by ancestors in spirit, by galactic beings of light. Like, there's literally so much support, so much energetic support for us all at this time. It's really, really wonderful. And I believe that the Crystal Kingdom is one of Gaia's greatest gifts to us. Each crystal has its own particular vibration and resonance, and there are very specific crystals that can work with different issues, that can bring insight and awakening, that can assist us in, and so they can just support us when we're doing healing work, and it can be traumatic. Then the crystals will support us through that trauma. And it doesn't even have to be trauma. They will also support us in awakening our spiritual knowledge and divine gifts. So now, last year, as well as being blessed to be invited to be a teacher for the Academy, I was also really lucky to be attuned to the energy, the Egyptian goddess energy of goddess Isis and goddess Sekhmet. Really beautiful, powerful energies, healing energies, because so much goddess energy around at the moment to help with the rise of the divine feminine and sacred masculine energies, both of which we have within. We all have those polarities. So the crystal that I would like to talk to you about then is the Isis crystal, which is one of the master crystals. This is my baby here. You can't really see the face. You can tell it's an Isis by the sacred geometry, which is the 5 sides that it's got, the flat base, 2 smaller sides, and then 2 sides up into a point. It's a bit hard to see that, so I thought I would bring along Michelle's book, which has the picture, and hopefully then, whoops, you can see the sacred geometry in there. Hopefully you can see that. That is on page 81 of this version of Rochelle's book, if you have it. And so the Isis crystal is a beautiful one to meditate with. It holds the wisdom and the knowledge of the mother, the goddess energy, unconditional love, deep compassion. It's a beautiful one to meditate with. I also use it in my healings, particularly when I'm channeling Isis energy, because I will channel that through the crystal, and that it will be concentrated through that point of the Isis face, and that can just increase the power of the healing exponentially. Also, just wanted to show you, this is a quick lesson in crystal care. This crystal, this little quartz here, was $5. And when I learned about the master crystals, I went home and got out all my quartzes and discovered that this one was a little baby Isis. And there was her Isis face with the flat bottom and the 2 sides, and then going up to the point, which is no longer there because I didn't pack her carefully enough and her point snapped off. So, but it just goes to show you that you don't necessarily have to spend, you know, thousands and thousands of dollars or hundreds and hundreds of dollars to get to start collecting your master crystals. Once you learn the different sacred geometry, it's really exciting to go through your crystal collection and see what you've got. Also wanted to introduce you to lapis. This is a stone that was used a lot by the ancient Egyptians because it is a very powerful stone of spiritual initiation. And it also assists with healing deep karmic patterns, so it can be very helpful, particularly if you're doing ancestral healing and that sort of thing, or releasing past life stuff. So now that I've shown you those, I would like to take you on a little journey with those 2 crystals. So if you have an Isis and a lapis and you would like to work with them, then press pause now and go and get them. But you don't need to have them. You can call in the energies of the divas and yeah, even just work with this beautiful baby, or the cards if you have them. So now I'd like you to find a comfortable space, whether that be sitting down or lying down, whatever's most comfortable for you. I'm just going to ask you to close your eyes and take 3 really nice deep breaths into your belly. And with each out breath, I invite you to just release any tension, any stress, any worries that you're holding in your body and soul. Just really releasing them out with each out breath, and just allowing yourself to go deeper and deeper and deeper with each breath. And then just relaxing into your own natural breathing rhythm. I'd like you to now focus on a point about 6 inches above your head. This is your soul star, the gateway to the beautiful source energy, God energy, whatever you choose to call it, great central sun. And so now with the next in-breath, I invite you to breathe down that golden pulsing ball of energy and light down through your crown, and just allowing it to travel wherever it needs to in your body and spirit, releasing and clearing anything that no longer serves you. And then once it's gone wherever it needs to in your body, I invite you to breathe this energy down through your whole chakra system, and then send it down, down, down through your legs, out of the soles of your feet, down deep, deep, deep into the center of Mother Gaia, Pachamama. On your next in-breath, I invite you to breathe up the strength and nurturing and unconditional love of Gaia. Breathe that up through the soles of your feet, that strength and that nurturing. Again, allowing it to travel wherever it needs to in your body and spirit, releasing and healing and clearing before bringing it up to your heart space. On the next in-breath, I again invite you to breathe down the golden ball of light, down through your crown, and settle that also at your heart space, and allow those 2 energies to mingle there. And now I invite you to breathe out that combined energy of Mother Earth and the great central sun, and breathing that out into your whole auric field, expanding your heart, filling it with strength and nurturing, expanding your whole auric field and strengthening it and expanding it. I invite you now to look around you. You'll find yourself sitting in your favourite spot in nature, whether that be a beautiful beach, sitting beside a mountain stream, simply even leaning against your most favourite tree. Just somewhere that your spirit is both relaxed and inspired. And now I just want you to sit there for a minute, just soaking up all the beauty and healing that is offered to us by nature. After sitting there for a few moments, you hear your name being called, and you turn around and see the most magnificent being of light walking towards you. It is the diva of the goddess crystal, the Isis crystal, and she is so happy that you have come to meet with her today. She takes you by the hand and leads you into a beautiful temple. She takes you into one of the chambers of the temple, and there in the middle of the chamber is a bed made entirely out of lapis lazuli. The Isis Diva invites you to lie down on this crystal bed, and as you do so, you can feel the energy of the lapis connecting with your energy, and your whole body starts buzzing and vibrating with this divine lapis healing energy. So simply enjoy this feeling of expansion as your soul welcomes the healing that is being offered to you. And now the Isis Diva appears beside you again and invites you to get off the bed. She again takes you by the hand, and then she leads you into another chamber of the temple. And there, Before you, sitting in a golden throne, is the divine goddess Isis herself. She of 10,000 names, mother of all goddesses. Isis invites you to step forward, and as you do so, she embraces you and wraps her wings around you and pours her divine electric blue-white healing energy into your whole being. You can feel yourself expanding as you accept the gifts of deepest compassion, unconditional love and strength that Isis is gifting you. Isis releases you from her embrace and reminds you that you can call on her at any time, and bids you farewell. The magnificent diva of the Isis crystal is beside you again, ready to lead you back out of the temple and back to your beautiful spot in nature. She thanks you for coming to meet her today and for allowing her to take you on this journey. And she embraces you. And before leaving you, she places a piece of beautiful Isis quartz deep, deep, deep into your heart. And this is to remind you of the depth of unconditional love and wisdom that you hold within your beautiful heart and soul. And now the Isis Diva leaves you, just sitting in your beautiful spot, absorbing all of the glorious energy that glorious healing that Mother Earth and nature have to offer us. So just enjoy that feeling of peace and expansion and healing. And then when you're ready, I invite you to just gently return to the here and now. So gently breathing yourself back into your body, and with each out-breath coming closer and closer to the surface. Retrieving all aspects of self across all time, space, dimensions, and breathing back into the here and now. And when you're ready, just opening your eyes and being fully present with your body in the here and now. Now, before I finish, I felt drawn to draw a card from my little mini Isis deck today for all of us, and this is what I got. And it's the initiation card. And what it says is, when you are being initiated into the divine mysteries of light, love and power, there are moments of profound challenge. The key is to find the light within the challenge, the opportunity for growth that can transform any challenge into an experience of healing. With compassion and cleverness, you will not burn during your challenges, you shall thrive. And this is a really timely reminder, particularly if you are deciding to do this kind of work for the first time, that when doing healing, sometimes it can feel, the traumas, the challenge when you're releasing trauma, it can feel tough, but we will hold the space for you whilst you go through that process. And the feeling of liberation and freedom when you've released deep trauma from your soul is incredible. There aren't really words to describe it. I don't think you have to experience it for yourself. So thank you again so much for taking the time to hang out with me today and the other teachers. I really, really hope to meet some of you soon in either my healing space or in my workshops. So if you're in Sydney, all the Whit Sundays, I will be running some workshops up at Mackay later on in the year, and you're interested in healing or workshops, then shoot me an email at astariahealing@mail.com. Namaste. Thank you so much for your time today. Many, many blessings. Mwah.